They assumed that you would return. They believed that time would soften your boundaries. They expected a message, a call, or some sort of message that you were still willing to reconnect, but it never came. Your silence became the answer that they did not anticipate, not out of anger, but out of clarity. You recognized what the situation was and chose peace over repetition. They still can't believe that you walked away. In their mind, it was impossible. They believed that the bond they had over you was permanent. They believed that you would always return. They were certain that one day the phone would ring and it would be you. Perhaps you would need help with something. Maybe a document, maybe advice, maybe assistance with something they believed only they could provide. They were confident that eventually you would come back asking, but the call never came. Even in moments when you could have reached out, you didn't. You chose silence. You chose distance. You decided that it was better to go without something than to go back to someone who brought chaos into your life. You made a decision that many people talk about, but very few truly follow through with it. You went no contact. And once you made that choice, you honored it. They never believed that you had that kind of strength. And that is why they are still in shock. You see, they placed themselves on a pedestal in your life. They believed that you depended on them. They believed that you admired them. They believed that they were essential to your survival. In their mind, you could not function without their presence. But the truth was very different. You contributed far more to that relationship than they ever did. You carried the weight. You provided the stability. You offered the support. The small things that they occasionally did for you were simply gestures that you allowed because you believed that the relationship should involve effort from both sides. But those small contributions created an illusion in their mind. They began to believe that they were the ones holding everything together. They believed that you needed them. And that illusion slowly turned into delusion. They truly thought that you could not survive without them until the day that you walked away. And suddenly that illusion shattered. You proved something that they never expected to see. You proved that you were fully capable of standing on your own. You showed them that your independence was never something that they gave you. It was something that you always possessed. The only thing that you required from them was respect. And when that respect disappeared, so did you. You refused to tolerate manipulation. You refused to live under control. You could see exactly what they were trying to do. They wanted to influence your decisions. They wanted you to come to them before making any moves in your life. Not because they truly cared, but because control made them feel powerful. As long as they felt needed, they believed that you would never leave. Dependency was their strategy. They believed that if you relied on them for everything, then freedom would never even cross your mind. But you saw through it. You saw the pattern. And slowly the weight of that dynamic began to make you feel exhausted, even sick. You realized something important. The only way to restore your peace was to remove yourself completely. Not partially, not temporarily, completely. So you walked away. You closed the door and never looked back. And now, for the first time, they are forced to confront a truth that they never imagined. You never needed them. You were always capable. You were always independent. And the moment that you chose yourself, their illusion lost its power. I'd like to end this message off with a parable. A man once kept a bird inside of a golden cage. Every day he reminded the bird of how fortunate it was. You would not survive without this cage, he said. I feed you. I protect you. I keep you safe. The bird listened for a long time, but one day the cage door was accidentally left open. The bird hesitated. For a moment it wondered if the man had been telling the truth all along. Then it spread its wings and flew into the open sky. And in that moment, the bird discovered something it had forgotten. It had always known how to fly. The lesson? Control often disguises itself as help. Manipulation often disguises itself as protection. But the moment a person chooses self-respect over dependency, that illusion collapses. Because freedom does not come from being needed. It comes from remembering that your wings were always yours. And that's it for this message. I'd like to thank everyone who made it to the end of the video. I'm truly honored by your support. If this message resonated with you at all, please consider dropping a comment, giving me some feedback, hitting the like button, and subscribing. It's been ChrisAnesti, and until next time, take care and have a good one.